Good day everyone. So this is lecture vlog kasama ang inyong lingkod na si Sir J. Alright, so we're going to discuss about Region 2, which is the Cagayan Valley region. So actually this is my first lecture about Philippine tourism, geography, and culture. So let's start. Alright, so this is all about the topic about Region 2 or Cagayan Valley region. So that is called Where Adventure Never Ends. So why is it called bakit ganun ang binigay na slogan ng Department of Tourism sa Cagayan Valley, no? Bakit ganun ang kanyang description? Where adventure never ends. All right? So, of course, the learning objective is to discuss the tourism industry in Cagayan Valley region, and of course, the geography of the different provinces in Cagayan Valley region, and of course, to describe the different tourist attraction in Cagayan Valley region. Alright, so start na tayo. So actually, Cagayan Valley, also known as Lambak ng Cagayan, in Ibanag, that is called Tananak, no? In Cagayan, Tananak, Cagayan, that is in Ibanag, Tananak, Cagayan. In Ilocano is Tanapti, Cagayan. Okay, in Itawis, Tanapyo, Cagayan. And in Malawig, Gadangyo, Cagayan. So actually, it is a region of the Philippines, also known as Region 2. Okay? Alright, so since Cagayan Valley region, it is composed of 5 provinces, namely Batanes, Cagayan, Isabela, Nueva Vizcaya, and Quirino. So the regional capital of Cagayan Valley region is Tuguegarao City. So that's also the capital of Cagayan or the province of Cagayan. Okay, so ayan, as I said, 5 provinces, Batanes, Cagayan, Isabela, Nueva Vizcaya, and Quirino. So the capital of Batanes is Basco Batanes. Also, it is the gateway or the domestic gateway of Batanes, in Basco Batanes, which is known as Basco Airport. And then in Cagayan, the capital is Tuguegarao City, which is the Tuguegarao City. Ito rin yung regional capital of Region 2. And then Ilagan, Isabela, Nueva Vizcaya is Bayumbong, and Quirino, Cabarogis. And then meron siyang major cities which is known as the industrial cities, namely Kawayan City, and then the Tuguegarao City, the regional center, as I said, and the primary growth center, investment hub, Ilagan City, and its premier city, Santiago City. So four uh, charter cities, Kawayan City, Tuguegarao City, Ilagan City, and Santiago City. Alright, so ito po yung mapa ng Cagayan Valley Region map. So actually, ang Cagayan Valley Region, it is part of northeastern section of the Philippines. So yung pinakataas po ng Pilipinas plus the north eastern section, wherein kumokonek itong Cagayan sa Cordillera Administrative Region, and of course sa pang northwest niyan going to Ilocos Norte, which is yun yung yun yung Patapat Viaduct, no? Patapat Viaduct sa Santa Mercedes, Cagayan, and then going to Pagudpod, Ilocos Norte. Okay? And then actually pababa ito, so diyan magsisimula yung Maharlika Highways, no, sa Cagayan Valley region. Diyan po magsasimula yung pabiyaheng papuntang Maharlika Highways na tinatawag nating the backbone of the Philippines, no. Yun yung parang highway, yung highway po sa eastern section ng Philippines po. Alright, so Cagayan Valley region, so it is the second largest region of the Philippines in terms of land area. Pangalawa po sa buong Pilipinas po. And then Cagayan Valley is considered as an adventurous paradise with its intricate cave system, rugged mountain peaks, whitewater rapids, and beautiful beaches. So yun yung mga activities po. So kilala siya as adventurous paradise. So maganda ito sa mga mahilig po sa cave or mahilig po mag-explore ng cave or that is called spelunking. Spelunking. So maganda po pumunta sa Cagayan Valley region, especially in Peña Blanca, Cagayan. So actually, ang Peña Blanca, Cagayan, it has 200 cave system wherein doon matatagpuan yung Callao Cave. Yung Callao Cave, that is Callao, Calao, or Calao, no? And then, Rugged Mountain Peaks, Whitewater Rapids. So kilalang kilala siya sa famous Cagayan River, which is the Rio Grande de Cagayan or the longest river in Cagayan, wherein doon po famous yung whitewater rafting, okay, o whitewater rapids, and mga beautiful beaches din. Syempre, hindi po papatalo ang Cagayan Valley region. Okay, so it contains two landlocked provinces, Quirino and Nueva Vizcaya. So ito yung magkakonekta po, no? So, Nueva Vizcaya almost connecting with, connected na po ito sa Nueva Ecija. Okay? So, pababa po papuntang Central Luzon. Okay? Okay, so, excuse me. Okay, sinisipon. Okay, sinisipon ng inyong lingkod. And then, the two ladders are relatively small in size. Okay? 3,057 square kilometer for Quirino and 4,000 square kilometer for Nueva Vizcaya. And population as of this time, so yung range ng po ng population niya, maabot po ng 147,000 plus and 365,000 365,000 as of 2000 pa yan. So, ibig sabihin, mas updated na po yung aking data regarding sa population. So, actually, mas mataas na ngayon yan at mas mataas na po ngayon yan kasi marami na rin po ngayong mga nakatira sa Cagayan Valley region. Okay, so again, they are ruggedly mountainous and heavily forested, especially in Quirino, that is known as the heartland of Cagayan. Okay, the Quirino province. And Nueva Vizcaya is the remnant of the southern province created when Cagayan province was divided into in 1839. Okay, so history, paano ba nagsimula ang kasaysayan ng Cagayan Valley? So some of our archaeologists indicates that Cagayan Valley has been inhabited for 500,000 years, though no human remains of any such antiquity have yet appeared. So sinasabi daw po ang earliest inhabitants are the Agta or Ata, that is known as food gatherers who roam the forest without fixed abodes. Okay, so mga Agta po ang mga sinasabing unang ano. Pero so since medyo ano na po ito, medyo itong information na ito, para sa akin, ang unang mga inhabitants po, hindi na po mga Agta or Ata. Ang mga unang inhabitants po or mga unang tumira po, natagpuan po sila sa Callao Cave according sa na-discovery po ng National Historical Commission of the Philippines kasi natuklasan nila na may mga fossils doon sa may Callao Cave. So ang mga unang tao na natagpuan po sa Cagayan, especially in Callao, which is the Callao Man. Okay? Callao Man. So doon na nag-cradle ng civilization ang Pilipinas. Hindi na po sa Tabon Cave. Sa Tabon Cave po, yung mga Tabon Man. It's Callao Man na in Callao Cave. Okay? So, and then, yun na nga, nagkaroon na ng mga earliest inhabitants such as yung Agta or Ata. So, the food gatherers who roam the forest without fixed abodes. And then, a large tract of land has lately been returned to them. The bulk of population are of Malay origin. So, syempre, nalaian din ng mga Malay na pumunta po sa Pilipinas. At some of them, they went to Cagayan Valley region. Especially, nagpunta din sila sa area ng Batanes. Okay? 4 centuries before the coming of the Spanish, the inhabitants traded with Indian, Malays, Chinese, and Japanese. So parang normal na kwento po sa Pilipinas, ganun din po na ang Cagayan Valley region ay nakipag-traded din po sa kanila ang mga Indians, Malays, Chinese, and Japanese. In the 19th century, the prosperity found in tobacco cultivation caused many Ilocano to settle here. So, of course, nagkaroon po ng monopolyo ng tobacco na parang sapilitang pinagtanim ang mga Ilocano ng tabako. Okay, so yung iba po sa kanila ay yung mga ibang Ilocano po ay nagpuntahan po dito sa Cagayan Valley region. Okay, especially in Cagayan. But still, tobacco is a major factor in economy of Cagayan, though a special economic zone and freeport has been created to strengthen and diversify the provincial economy. Okay? Okay, next one. So, during Spanish times, Cagayan Valley had a larger territory. Okay, so malaki pang territory po ng Cagayan Valley region. So, it included the territories of above-mentioned provinces and the eastern parts of the Cordillera provinces of Apayao, Kalinga, Ifugao, and Benguet. So, sinasabi ng mga historians and missionary, Jose Burgos said the old Cagayan Valley. So, according to yung dati pong historian at missionary po na si Jose Burgos, he said that the old Cagayan Valley comprises the province of Cagayan, Isabela, and Nueva Vizcaya. So, tatlong probinsya lang noon ang old Cagayan Valley. As well as the military districts of Apayao, Itabes, Kiangan, Cayapa, and Bintangan, plus the area of the Sierra Madre to the Pacific Ocean of the said trajectory. So, yun yung dating part ng Cagayan Valley region. Okay, so let's proceed to the first province po na i-discuss po natin sa Cagayan Valley region, which is Batanes. No? So, Batanes, it is considered as the smallest province in the Philippines, okay, wherein ang capital niya po ay Basco, Batanes. Okay, so normally, mga languages po ng Batanes ay mga Ivatan, syempre yun yung mga taong kilala sa Batanes, Ivatan, Itbayaten, Isamurongen, may mga Ilocano din, as I said, kasi nga may mga nagpunta mga Ilocano sa Batanes, Tagalog, and of course, marunong din po mag-English ang mga taga Batanes po, okay, especially mga Ivatan. Okay, marunong na rin sila mag-English. Okay? So, northernmost and the smallest province of the Philippines, as I said. Northernmost province, smallest province in the Philippines. And then, ang Batanes po, it lies on a group of islands called the Batanes Islands. So, in the Luzon Strait and is part of Cagayan Valley region in Luzon. Capital is Basco and separated from Babuyan Island. Separated siya in Babuyan Islands of Cagayan. And by the Balintang Channel. So, yun yung nagse-separate yung Balintang Channel po. Yun yung nagse-separate between the Babuyan Islands of Cagayan and the Batanes. And from Taiwan by Bashi Channel. So, sa Taiwan naman po, divide naman po para hindi po makakonekta sa Taiwan. So, ang ano naman po, ang nagse-separated po between Taiwan and Batanes is the Bashi Channel. Okay, Balintang Tunnel sa Cagayan through with the Babuyan Island of Cagayan. So, separated siya ng Balintang Channel. At sa taas naman po, Bashi Channel sa Taiwan. Okay? So actually, ang mga taga Batanes po, kung makikita pong Batanes, stone houses yung kanilang mga bahay. Mga gawa sa bato talaga. Kasi po, unpredictability yung kanilang weather condition. So, pwede pong normally, yung mga bagyo po ay sa Batanes po nagsisimula. No? Noon, actually, pababa ang bagyo, nagsisimula po sa Batanes. Kaya, yung mga ano po doon, yung mga bahay ay gawa po sa bato para matitibay yun against rain po sa mga against typhoon po para iwas po sa disgrasya. Okay? But normally, nowadays po, hindi na po sa Batanes dumadaan ng bagyo. Normally, sa eastern part na, especially in Catanduanes. Okay? So actually, masasabi ko ang Batanes, it is known as the ecotourism destination. Magandang destination ito because meron itong endangered fauna, volcanic peaks, mga caves, sea cliffs, and sandy beaches. So one of the best ecotourism site. And kung ako papipiliin po kung going to Hong Kong and Batanes, Batanes na lang po kasi napakaganda po talaga sa Batanes. Unique wildlife include the tattoo. So kilalang-kilala po ang Batanes sa mga coconut crab na matatagpuan po dyan sa Batanes and the migratory birds from China. Okay, structures with Spanish influence remain here such as the San Jose and San Carlos Borromeo Church. Yun po yung na-influence sila ng Spanish. Siyempre, nasakop din ng Spaniards yan. So, kung gusto nyo po makita yung mga heritage site ng Batanes, matatagpo yan sa San Jose and San Carlos, which is dun yung tinatawag na San Carlos Borromeo Churches. Adventure seekers find Batanes great for surfing, trekking, and spelunking din. Okay? Normally, trekking ang pinaka-best activity sa Cagayan Valley, especially in Batanes. Alright, so yung Ibatan, according to sa mga ano po, sa mga researcher, ang mga Ibatan po ay mga tinatawag na Filipino ethno-linguistic group. So actually, sila po yung kilalang hinabitan po sa Batanes Island. Okay, so Ibatans were free before they were colonized by Spaniards at still marami pa rin po mga Ibatan. At ang maganda lang po sa Batanes po no, ang kilala po sa Batanes, napaka zero crime rate po sa Batanes. Napaka zero crime rate 'yan. Okay? Uso dapat po pag pupunta ka sa Batanes, dapat po ay ikaw ay honest. Okay? So, mga Ibatan po ang tawag sa mga tao sa Batanes. Okay, so the culture of the Ibatan is partly influenced by the environmental condition of Batanes. So unlike the old type nipa huts common in the Philippines, actually, ang mga Ibatans po, sabi ko nga, adapted yung mga stone house. And yung stone house na yan ay made of limestone, designed to protect against hostile climate, especially yung typhoon at sobrang init naman po. Kasi nga, diyan sabi ko nga noon, yung sa Batanes po nagsisimula noon ang bagyo. Kaya ginawa nila yung mga bahay nilang stone house at it is made of limestone. Alright, so punta tayo sa mga attractions in Batanes. So Batan Island, actually ang Batan Island po, ito yung largest island in Batanes. Actually ang ano po, okay, so actually it is the most occupied island in the province. So ito pinaka most occupied island in the province. By the way, ang Batanes po pala, it is composed of three major islands, namely Batan, Sabtang, and Itbayat. So Batan po, as I said, the most occupied island in the province. And then meron siyang four municipalities, namely Basco, Ibana, Uyugan, and Mahataw. Okay, Basco, Ibana, Uyugan, and Mahataw. So dito po matatagpuan yung Basco Airport. So Basco is the center of commerce and the seat of the local government and it is located in Batan Island. So nandyan din ang domestic gateway po ng Batanes which is the Basco Airport. Okay? Itbayat Island naman po, Itbayat Island, situated dito sa north, no? North of Batan Island. Sa taas naman nito ng Batan Island. And many people say that the island is shaped like a huge bowl. So it is huge bowl po ang Itbayat. So actually, kung yung mga magagandang attractions naman po, attractions sa Batanes, diyan nyo naman may experience yan sa Itbayat Island. Okay? And then, Mount Iraya, inactive volcano ito in Batanes. Ewan ko na lang po, no, kapag ito po talaga ay sumabog, wag naman po sana, no. Pag ito po talaga ay sumabog, baka mabura po ang Batanes sa mapa. Okay, kasi sa tagal nang hindi ito sumasabog. So it has an elevation of 1,517 meters. And then according to the record, ang last eruption pa nito ay 580 pa. Imagine that, no? 580. So sobrang nanahimik itong bulkan na to. So mountaineering, trekking, and trailblazing are recommended sports activity that can be done on the mountain. So sikat na sikat ito or sa ganyang activity, sa ecotourism activity na trekking, trailblazing, and mountaineering. And then of course, pwede po dyan magkaroon ng cattle racing. As you can see, may mga cattle po dyan na maganda po dyan sa Mount Iray. So kung mapapansin niyo, parang kang nasa ibang bansa niya, no? Parang kang nasa Switzerland or nasa New Zealand, no? Pag nandiyan ka po sa Mount Iraya. Yun yung experience, no? Next one, Waiami Island or that it is known as Orchid Island. Why Ami Island or Amianan? So, it is known as Orchid Island. So actually, dyan po matatagpuan yung mga tattoos or yung tinatawag na coconut crabs. Okay? And actually, during day, mga noon, mga afternoon, makikita mo na sa Waihami Island ang Taiwan. Talagang kitang-kita mo na napaka-clear. No? Basta wag lang po maulan. Okay? Pero kapag nandyan ka po, kitang-kita mo na yung Taiwan. At it is known as the northernmost point in the Philippines, the Waihami Island. Okay? And then, itong radar tukon, actually, ito yung parang US climate station po. US climate station. Located ito sa top of an hill. So, it showcases the wonderful 360-degree view of Batan Island. So, pag nandiyan ka po sa radar tukon, kitang-kita mo yung 360-degree view ng Batan Island. Napakaganda. Kitang-kita mo din dyan yung South China Sea or the West Philippine Sea, the Mount Iraya, and the Basco proper. Okay? So, kitang-kita mo din yung borderline cliffs and yung pinaka-Pacific Ocean. Kumbaga, ito, climate station ito sa top of the hill. Pero dyan po sa taas yan, kitang-kita mo yung mga magandang views sa Batanes. Okay, in radar po. Okay, at punta naman tayo sa pinaka-ghost barangay po. No? Kung gusto niyo po ma-experience ang barangay na walang katao-tao po, punta na po sa Songsong Ruins or Ruins of Songsong. Okay, isang ghost barangay, a cluster of roofless shell. Yung mga, yung mga bahay po dyan, sira na po, wasak na po, roofless. Okay, because nung mga 1950s po, maraming mga namatay dito mga fisherman because of the tidal wave or yung parang tsunami, no? Talagang binagsakan to ng matinding tsunami at maraming mga namatay na mga fisherman at maraming nasirang mga bahay. So it has a long stretch of beach and the ruins are 23 kilometers from Basco. So yan, magandang na rin to, magandang disaster tourism attraction and dark tourism sites. Okay? So maraming mga namatay ng mga fishermen dyan noong mga 1950s dahil sa matinding tidal wave. Okay, and then the provincial capitol building and churches actually have this thick look which reminds of churches in America. Yun yung maganda sa sa Kapitolyo ng Batanes, para kang nasa Amerika. Tsaka yung simbahan po, like the San Borromeo Church, San Jose Borromeo Church. Parang pag pumunta ka dyan, parang may-experience mo yung mga simbahan po sa Amerika. Okay, actually, itong San Carlos Borromeo Church, located dito sa Mahataw Town, itong San Jose Borromeo Church, Mahataw Town. 6 kilometers ito from Basco. Natapos ito noong 1789 at grabe, century-old style itong architecture ng San Jose Borromeo Church. Okay? And then, the Batanes Seaport, ito naman pong Batanes Seaport, ito naman yung pinaka-historical spot where yung mga katipuneros po, syempre po, yung mga katipuneros na tumatakas po against Spain, na nag-alsa po, sila po ay nagpuntahan po sa Batanes at diyan po sila na-spot. Diyan po sa mismong Batanes Seaport. Okay? So, ang Bacol naman po, itong Bacol, it is a major tourism product po diyan sa Batanes. So, to protect against the sun and the typhoon. So, kumbaga, ito yung parang made of fiber ito eh. Okay? Sinusuot po ito para po, again, to protect against the sun. Okay? So, one of the best product po, actually, hindi po para sinuot yan, ay para maging long hair po at maging rockista po, hindi. Ito po ay pang-protect po. Kasi sobrang init diyan sa Batanes. Lalo at so to protect against the headgear to, the famous headgear in Batanes. Okay, delicacies po. So, ito yung mga sikat na pagkain po. Sikat sila sa dibang, seaweed soup, and of course, the coconut crab or tatus, and of course, dinding. Yun yung mga famous delicacies na pwedeng matikman po kapag ikaw po ay nagpunta sa Batanes. Okay, another tourist destination or tourist attraction po, famous din sila sa famous yung Batanes Lighthouse na matatagpuan po sa Itbayat. So ito yung pinaka-major attraction po, overlooking yung mga darating na pirata po kung sasakupin po yung Itbayat po. That is Batanes Lighthouse. And then the Mahataw Hedgerows po, ito famous ito for cattle racing. And then the Ibana Port, okay, Ibana Port po sa may Batan Island. And the famous Sabtang Island is a pristine island that can be found in the province of Batanes. So it features several natural attractions like beach, steep mountains, and deep canyons. So actually, yung maganda dyan sa Sabtang Island, so one of the best islands or 12 best islands according to the Department of Tourism. So sa Sabtang po, yan, isa rin sa mga magagandang attraction yan for honeymooners at talagang gusto po ng peaceful life. Maganda yan sa Sabtang Island. Okay, so let's proceed to the next province which is the Cagayan province po. The capital is Tuguegarao City. So also includes the Babuyan Islands to the north. So parte po yun ng Cagayan. The province borders Ilocos Norte and Apayao to the west and Kalinga and Isabela to the south. Cagayan province is distinct from the city in Mindanao named Cagayan de Oro. So magkaiba po sila. And it's far away from Cagayan Islands of Palawan. So magkaiba po yan, ha? Cagayan de Oro is part of Misamis Oriental. So actually, Cagayan province, as I said, kilala siya sa seven-chambered caves known as Callao Cave. Callao Cave, it has three pronunciation. Callao, Calao, or Callao. Adventurers come to Cagayan for game fishing. Kilalang-kilala po ang Cagayan sa game fishing, mountain trekking, river trips, and surfing, especially in Cagayan River. Popular sites include Palawi, Spanish, built by Cape Engano Lighthouse, the Magapit Suspension Bridge, St. Peter's Cathedral, and Miraculous Lady of Piat. And then kilalang-kilala din yun. Yung Lady of Piat, yun yung tinatawag na 4 centuries old image of Virgin Mary, brought by Dominican friars from Macau in 1604. The mouth of Cagayan River is located in Aparri. So, Aparil Delta. Yun yung Aparil Delta kung saan nandun yung pinaka-mouth po ng Cagayan River. Cagayan River is the longest and widest in the nation and is home to the lurong fish which travels upstream to breed during the wet season. So, Cagayan River, as I said, so, dyan yung mga kilalang yung lurong. So as you can see, Cagayan River, it is the longest river in the Philippines, or the Rio Grande de Cagayan, the mightiest river in the Philippines. Okay, so kilala yan sa sa rapid po and the whitewater rafting. Okay, the Philippines mightiest water course, the longest and widest river in the country. So actually, yung small stream niya originating from Balete Pass. Yung mga small stream niya na nanggagaling po sa Balete Pass, Cordillera, and Caraballo, and Sierra Madre Mountains to meet other streams. It passes from Apari, so yun yung pinaka-mouth, Apari Delta, Apari, traversing Isabela as far as Aurora Province. Ganun kahaba ang Cagayan River. Ang umaabot pa hanggang Aurora Province. Okay? And then the Pinakanawan River. So itong Pinakanawan River, which means leftmost, one of the largest tributaries of Cagayan River. So connected ito with Cagayan River. So isa sa mga tributaries po ng Cagayan River, famous for whitewater rapid po. Okay? So, Callao Cave, as I said, ang Callao Cave po, located dito sa Peña Blanca. Ang Peña Blanca po, meron siyang 200 cave system. But this Callao Cave, a 7-chambered cave. And a cave is one of the best-known tourist attractions of the province. So, located ito sa barangay ng Paraba and Kibal. Paraba and Kibal. So, the famous attraction sa Peña Blanca, Cagayan. Okay, so it has a natural cathedral. Meron siyang natural cathedral inside Meron siyang parang chapel. So parang natural cathedral yun. Tinatawag ang Callao Cave. And then, which was turned into chapel by local people. So nagiging dasalan. Ibig sabihin chapel. May cathedral, may natural cathedral. Tapos meron siyang dasalan doon. Kaya naging chapel. Okay, so the conditions inside the cave cause stalactites and stalagmites, particularly in the deeper condition inside the cave cause So again, inside the cave cause stalactites and stalagmites, particularly in the deeper chambers. Every chambers has a natural crevices with let light get into the cave, serving as illumination for otherwise dark areas of the place. So actually, may famous tour guide nga pala dyan sa Callao Cave, known as Andoy. So siya yung parang, siya yung tour guide na parang nangangalaga dyan sa Callao Cave na pinopromote dahil sa kanya po, na-promote niya na maganda yung Callao Cave po dyan sa Peña Blanca. At tinuruan niya maging responsable yung mga turista. Kaya naging sikat na icon po yung si Andoy po na taga Callao Cave po. Okay, si Andoy. Okay, yan po. So ito yung ito yung chapel. Ayan, yung pinaka-chapel po ng Cagayan, ng Callao Cave in Cagayan. Okay? And then the Magapit Suspension Bridge, actually located dito sa Lalio. Yung Lalio po, yun yung tinatawag na Home of Northern Mestizas. Home of Northern Mestizas. So, masasabi ko, itong Magapit Suspension Bridge, the Golden Gate of Cagayan, parang the Golden Gate version, di ba? May Golden Gate Bridge sa San Francisco, California. So, ito naman po, yung Golden Gate version ng Cagayan Valley, especially in Cagayan. So, it is Asia's suspension bridge. Links the first and second district Cagayan going towards the Ilocos region via the scenic Patapat Road. So, ibig sabihin, malapit na ito, connected na ito sa Ilocos region po. Malapit na siyang going to Patapat Viaduct. So, madadaanan nyo muna ang Magapit Suspension Bridge and then after the Magapit Suspension Bridge, nadadaanan nyo yung makakarating kayo ng Patapat Viaduct going to Ilocos Norte. Okay? And then the Palawi Spanish built the Cape Engano Lighthouse po. So actually, katulad ng mga ibang cave or lighthouse, naging din po ito, ginawa ito during the Spanish period, nung sinakop po ng mga Espanyol, etong sa Palawi, okay? And then, nagtayo sila ng sariling lighthouse para po sa mga darating po mga pirate invaders po na gustong sakupin ang buong town ng Palawi po. Okay? And then, the St. Peter's Cathedral, etong St. Peter's Cathedral, considered as the biggest church in the province. I mean, ito yung pinakamalaking malaking simbahan po, malaking simbahan po sa buong Cagayan. Okay? And then the Miraculous Lady of Piat, so 4 na century na ito. 4 centuries. Grabing tagal na nitong The Miraculous of Our Lady of Piat na dinala ito ng mga Dominican friars from Macau in 1604. Imagine that, no? Dinala ng mga Dominican friars galing pa ng Macau etong The Miraculous Our Lady of Piat. So that is known as ang basilica kasi matatagpuan nito sa Basilica Minore Nuestra Señora de Piat. So, yung diyan sa Piat po, sa Basilica Minore Nuestra Señora de Piat, that is known as the primary pilgrimage center of the North. So, siya yung tinatawag na patroness of Cagayan Valley. Okay, the religious fulcrum of people wanting for favors of any kind. So, visitors may view her history at the Basilica Museum, which houses an extensive collection of religious items and Our Lady vestments and accessories. And then the mouth of Cagayan River is located in Apari. The Cagayan River is longest and widest in the nation. Yan yung lurong na tinatawag ko. Okay? And then famous din sila sa Pabrulong Festival, which means coming together, and it's being celebrated yearly in honor of Saint Jacinth. Okay? Then the Calvary Hills naman po, ito po duplicate ito ng 14th station of the cross set up of amid Spanish era ruins. So actually if you want to sa mga sa mga nagsisinakulo po or gusto po manood ng mga sinakulo po. So that is located sa Igwig, no? Igwig Calvary Hills consists of 11 hectares of rolling hills. It features larger than life concrete statues in tableau settings of the 14th station of the cross depicting Jesus Christ suffering and the death on Mount Calvary. Famous delicacies po, ito yung pansit Battle Patong, kilalang kilala. Battle means mix and Patong means toppings. So, ito yung pinaka-famous na pansit sa Cagayan. Okay, pansit Battle Patong. Battle means mix, Patong means toppings. Okay, let's proceed to the next province, Isabela. So actually, ito po yung mapa ng Isabela. Is best known for its uncharted forest wilderness, including the Northern Sierra National Park, Palanan Rainforest, one of the world's largest remaining low-altitude rainforests. And then Isabela also has the Magat Hydroelectric Power Plant, East Asia. That is the largest dam project po sa buong Pilipinas. Ito yung pinakamalaking dam project po, not only the Philippines but also in Asia. The, the Magat Dam or the Magat Hydroelectric Power Plant, East Asia. Okay, so kilalang Isabela Province. Especially the capital is Ilagan sa kanyang forest wilderness na including the Northern Sierra Madre or the Northern Sierra National Park and the Palanan Rainforest. Yun naman yung lowest altitude, no? One of the world's largest remaining low altitude rainforest. So ito po yung Northern Sierra National Park. Okay? So actually, or also known as Palanan Rainforest, dyan po yung Palanan Rainforest. It's the largest protected area in the country with more than 300,000 hectares of rainforest. So meron siyang 300,000 hectares of rainforest and is the lowest at 800 feet above sea level. So again, largest protected area in the country with more than 300,000 hectares and is lowest at 800 feet above sea level. So number one in the biodiversity ito, declared number one in biodiversity but also one of the 10 biodiversity hotspots in the world. Pang-sampu ito sa famous biodiversity hotspot in the world. Okay? So accessible ito by air transportation from Tuguegarao Airport through Chemtrad, itong Northern Sierra National Park. Okay, ito yung Palanan Rainforest. So, ito yung one of the lowest altitude rainforests in the world. Yan. Remaining yan, ha. Then, the Magat Hydroelectric Power Plant is Asia's largest dam project, also known as Magat Dam Tourism Complex. Magat Dam Tourism Complex. Asia's biggest dam project at the time of its construction. It serves the primary function, generation, and irrigation. So, ang ginastos po dito ay 83.7 million or 3.5 million during the 70s. That plant can generate a power of 360 megawatts for the Luzon grid and is capable of irrigating 102,000 hectares of agricultural land. Its reservoir area of 4,450 hectares has great potential for water-based recreation like fishing, swimming, boating, and water skiing, among others. So the plant is accessible by passenger jeepney and buses from Santiago City. Other popular sites including Spanish churches in Tumawini, Alicia, and Gamu, and the Aguinaldo Shrine in Palanan, built to commemorate the spot where Emilio Aguinaldo or General Emilio Aguinaldo was captured by American forces in 1901. The second largest province in the country next to Palawan. So consider ang Isabela po ay second largest province after Palawan. Other popular sites including Spanish churches, the St. Matthias was faithfully restored after World War II. So na-restore dito itong St. Matthias after World War II. And of course, the famous is the Gamut Church. So Tumawini. So actually, itong St. Matthias, it was built in 1753. It was built 1753 under Dominican supervision and was completed in 1605. So ultra baroque church po ito for its extensive use of baked clay both for wall finishing and ornamentation. So ito yung tinatag na Aguinaldo Shrine in Palanan, Isabela. So dito po na-capture po yung parang pinaka-lastan po ni General Emilio Aguinaldo. Diyan po siya nahuli ng mga Amerikano noong 1901. Kaya ginawan siya ng shrine. Okay, commemorated po kung saan siya, diyan po yung pinaka-last stand po ni Emilio Aguinaldo. Nadakip po, diyan siya nadakip sa Palanan, Isabela. And then kilalang-kilala po ang ano, sa world largest butaka po, ito record pa rin po ito, nasa Isabela pa rin po in Ilagan, ang pinakamalaking butaka or rocking chair po sa buong mundo. Okay? The world largest butaka. And the Kawayan City is the mushroom capital of the Philippines po. Kilalang-kilala sila sa festival na Binadangan Festival, means pagtutulungan. And then the famous delicacies po in okay, so actually itong ano, dagdag natin sa Binandangan Festival, it is a yearly celebration of Pagay Festival or Palay Festival, but held every July 4. The festival was formerly known as Araw ng Roa Celebration, but was declared formally as Pagay Festival. That's Binandangan. So, reigns of Mayor Benedict Calderon. Okay? So, the Binandangan comes from an Ilocano word meaning bayanihan and was also derived from the former name of town during the 1600s. The festival ends with a long pyro musical. Then, famous delicacies po sa Isabela yung pansit kabagan naman. Kung sa Cagayan, batil patong. Sa Isabela naman, pansit kabagan. Okay, let's proceed to the next province, which is the Nueva Vizcaya. The capital is Bayumbong. Okay, so it's a mountainous province home to the Mount Pulag National Park, where the country's second highest mountain. And then the Mount Pulag is located. World War II memories including the Dalton Pass and the Kirang Pass. The old Spanish churches include the Saint Dominic Cathedral and Dupax del Sur Church. And famous for its adventure ecotourism sites including the Layon Alayan Cave and the Cayapa Town. So the Mount Pulag National Park. So para sa akin, sinasabi daw ito yung second highest mountain. Pero sinasabi naman po ng ibang mountaineers na pangatlo na lang po ang Mount Pulag. Kasi ang pangalawa po is Mount Kitaglan. Mount Kitanglad. Ang nangunguna pa rin po ay Mount Apo. Pangalawa ay Mount Kitanglad. At sinasabi naman ng mga mountaineers po, pangatlo ang Mount Pulag. Pero dito naman, dinideclare nila na sila yung pinakapangalawang highest mountain in the Philippines. Okay? So, So actually, using the trail of Ambague Town, a mountain experienced a different kind of terrain from gradual ascent to rugged trail under mossy forest and cold temperature. Before reaching the peak wall through bonsai forest and a grassland of dwarf bamboos over horizon floods. Mount Pulag National is home to rare plants as the feature and animals like the giant cloud rout. So dyan po yung musang or giant cloud rout and whiskered tita. World War II memorials including the Dalton Pass and the Kirang Pass po. Yun yung mga famous na heritage sites or na famous na daanan po during World War II, diyan po, the Dalton Pass and the Kirang Pass. So, next, the old Spanish churches including the Dominic Cathedral and Dupax del Sur. So, diyan naman po yan sa Nueva Vizcaya. So, itong Saint Dominic Cathedral in Bayumbong was damaged by fire in 1986 and by the 1990s earthquake. The church boasted of having the best sounding bells in the Philippines. The structure made of bricks and church antiques. And then the famous adventure ecotourism site include the Alayan Cave. So one of the famous cave din, famous for spelunking paradise, diyan po naman sa Nueva Vizcaya. So kilalang-kilala din sila sa mining. The province faces bright prospects according to the Bureau of Mines and Geosciences. Deposits of metallic minerals which can be exploited. So diyan po yung magandang deposits ng copper, gold, molybdenum and pyrite. Non-metallic deposits include red clay, white clay, and limestone. Sand and gravel are the most abundant deposits in the province. Every last week of May, Nueva Vizcaya celebrates the Panagyaman Festival. So ito po yun, yung last week of May, Nueva Vizcaya celebrates the Panagyaman Festival naman po. And then, kilalang Nueva Vizcaya sa citrus capital of the Philippines. Another tourist destination, the Lower Magat Ecotourism and People's Museum and Library. And then the Heaven Cave, two big chambers naman ito of various calcite formation and mezzanine of pure white limestones. Kapisaan Caves, that's still the fifth longest cave system in the Philippines. Imogan Falls, meron naman itong two-level fall with shallow catch basin. And then the famous Mount Palali, ito naman yung pinaka parang highest one of hindi siya the highest kasi the Mount Pulag is the highest. One of the best ecotourism destinations in Nueva Vizcaya, famous for sa mga nagti-trekking po, no? At syempre maano din niya, marine ano din siya, magubat din diyan sa Mount Palali. Then the Mount Ugo is most remembered by the 1987 plane crash of Philippine Airlines flight en route from Baguio to Manila. It eventually became a favorite destination for mountains. So yun yung parang diyan kasi nagkaroon ng plane crash noong 1987 ng Philippine Airlines going to Baguio. So, dark tourism site na rin itong Mount Ugo. Pero maganda ito sa mga mountaineers. So, last province po, which is Quirino, the capital is Cabarogis. Okay, so it's a province of Philippines located in the Cagayan region in Luzon. Its capital is Cabarogis. The name after Elpidio Quirino, the sixth president of the Philippines. The province borders the Aurora to the southeast, Nueva Vizcaya to the west, and Isabela to the north. So, famous ito sa Aglipay town. So, name after Gregorio Aglipay, who rebelled against Spanish colonizer of its time. So, yun po yung yung Aglipay town. Okay? And then, Nagtipunan town naman is the home of lush virgin forest. The town is recommended for camping and ecotourism activities naman. So, it was to be part of province of Nueva Vizcaya until it was separated in 1996. Quirino province known for its natural sites, wildlife, and adventure. Natural sites including the Bisangan Waterfalls, the Nagbukel and Aglipay Caves, and Nagtipunan Virgin Rainforest. So, Governor Rapids is an ideal spot for whitewater rafting, swimming, and fishing naman. So, this is the Bisangal, famous Bisangal Waterfalls. Okay, so itong Bisangal Waterfalls, the famous waterfalls po na matatagpuan dyan sa Quirino province po, wherein magandang spot din nito sa mga sa mga picnickers, okay? At sa mahilig din mag-swimming. And then Aglipay Caves and Nagbukel Cave. So actually, the Aglipay Caves, so meron siyang 101 hectares of forest surrounding the cave chambers that provides a refuge for vegetation, wildlife, and recreation. Meron siyang 37 caves in the compound. 8 chambers have been developed for caving tours. So, the Aglipay Caves, Barangay Villa Ventura, and Aglipay in Quirino. Okay, and then the famous, look, kasi itong Aglipay Cave, malapit. Okay, the famous Nagbukal Cave also. Yung Nagbukal Cave naman, ito naman, located ito sa Barangay Lutua, Dipon, and Quirino. May 16 hectares yan. Its special natural features are its glamorous cave, rocky limestone mountains, with forest vegetation, small trees, and forestry plantation lying behind the Grandeur Ganano River at tributary to Cagayan River. So, connected siya sa Cagayan River, yung tributary ng Ganano River. Then, the tipunan Virgin Rainforest. Ayan, the famous Virgin Rainforest na nagtipunan. Sikat din niya for ecotourism site po. Then the Governor Rapids, ito po yung famous siya sa mga gigantic limestone formation which served as the shelter for the dumagats and to the adventurers. So tributary to the mighty Cagayan River, which has received numerous awards for being the cleanest inland bodies of water in the region. Best for adventure kayaking and rafting or simply boating. Then, Akero Festival, a French word, means I saw, I paid. Then, the famous Panagdadapon Festival, a showcase of unique culture, convergence of the people, and colorful history of Quirino naman. Okay, yun yung pinaka-famous festival sa Quirino. Okay, so, So, actually, itong Panagdadapon celebrate its annual festivity dubbed as Panagdadapon Festival, an Ilocano word which means assembly or the gathering of every Quirinian highlights of the annual celebration, Grand Parade which was enjoyed by different agencies found in the province together with the convergence of all tribes through street dancing portraying the different cultures and history of the province. So, celebrated every month of September, or that is known as Araw ng Quirino Foundation. every municipality. Okay? So that is Panagdadapun Festival, the colorful history of Quirino. So that's it. It's all about the Cagayan Valley region. So I hope you learn a lot in Cagayan Valley region. So the Cagayan Valley region where adventure never ends. So napansin niyo marami siyang mga magagandang ecotourism site. So yun lamang po. Maraming salamat po sa nakinig na aking lecture video. And don't forget to subscribe my channel Jade Fortis TV, and don't forget to like the FB page Jade Fortis TV and Tamang Trip ni Harna. So maraming salamat po. God bless everyone.